Talk to us, man. Talk to us, man. You feeling like us right now, man.
Mm.
You are one of us, man. We are one of
I
us.
am one.
That's what
I'm
you always
down
say, man. So
100%.
talk to us, man. Talk to us, bro.
I mean, okay, I'll go from the positives to the not so positives. We're getting guys are getting the opportunity to play. They're getting the opportunity to seize a moment in which a lot of guys don't get this chance and this opportunity. And I just feel like when you get that chance, you got to be a dog. You got to basically play with the intensity. You look at the guy, I think his name is Goodwill. I don't
Goodwin,
remember.
Goodwin with the mask
Goodwill,
on. Dog.
the Bass. He was just playing full court defense. It's like when people come inside of your home and they pick you up full court, that's a message. They're sending a message to you. And I just felt like our intensity, it didn't match. And our intensity has been lacking from a standpoint of when you look at how we're playing, we used to come out and win the first 5 minutes of every quarter. And if we didn't win the first 5 minutes of the quarter, we was creating a pace. We're not creating any pace. We're not playing with any free flow. And it's understood that because Jalen is out, people have to adjust and play another style because he's ball dominant. But when yeah, when your main guy goes out, who handles the ball and he's making plays for himself, for others, for others, for himself. When that's happening, you have to have somebody that can come in like Kolek. I feel like yes, he's young, he's still learning, but you got to have somebody that's going to come in and bring that same type of intensity on the court because that's a Jalen brings an intensity, his style and the way he plays, attack, it's scoring,
Force.
it's force, it's a force. So when that force is out, you got to still have another presence of how you play, and we're not playing with that same type of presence. It's like we're playing like how we played at the beginning in preseason when we was trying to figure out how to run our sets, how to cut, how to move. It wasn't free flow. And that is some adjustment because now you're asking a guy like Kolek to come in and do certain things and play a style. It's the difference when you have Jalen there and you can put him back in and out of the game whenever you want, opposed of now Deuce. Yes, he scored a lot, but he has to distribute the basketball. When he has to distribute and he has to get guys the ball, you could tell he's not very comfortable at doing it.
That's
It's
right.
not natural. It's not a natural thing to do. It's more so like, damn, now I got to play make. I got to get everybody involved. I got to, run a set. But it's really not a set, but you got to get things moving. But my thing is, when you look at even when Jalen is playing, when we started to lose, we stopped playing. We stopped taking the basketball out fast right away and still getting the
The pace.
basketball up. We wasn't playing with that same pace, and that's because our defense isn't as solid as it was. It's hard to do that all the time when you're taking the basketball out of the net. So now you're taking the basketball out of the net. Now you got to try to like set a play. They set on defense. It's a challenge, but so forget about the X's and O's. I'm more so I'm speaking more about our mentality. Our mentality is not the same mentality that we were establishing, right? You don't regress after the end season, after you win the end
Oh,
season tournament, which they say some teams do. We're not that some team. We're the team that we needed to win that to build on it. So we don't fall into a category because we're on a quest to try to win the championship. And this is part, I feel like this is or can be part of a way for us to be able to have some clarity about who we are as a team and what we need to really establish as far as when guys go down, when they get hurt, who's going to step up. You know what I'm saying? We got guys that are getting the opportunity, but they're not seizing the moment. You know what I'm saying? When you season a moment, it's like you're playing with the intensity. You scoring, you're playing with fire, you're playing with passion, you're igniting it. We're not playing that. We're just playing the game right now. You got if you when you're losing, you gotta change the energy of the game. You gotta get up. You gotta play harder, right? On defense. You gotta go harder, you gotta attack. You're not making your 3-point shot, you gotta attack the basket. You know what I'm saying? Because the three ain't gonna always, it's not gonna always click. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta have our back heels on the 3-point line, like on defense. We gotta start with our back heels on the 3-point line. We can't go back. We can't back all the way back because guys are getting walk up threes. They're getting opportunities that they shouldn't get. And when I look at our team from sitting on the floor watching them, I'm like, it's not even the X's and O's. Because when we play defense and we play hard and we play it for the whole possession, normally it translates into us getting stops, getting deflections. How many deflections have we gotten? How many charges have we
Don't
gotten?
get them.
Right? We're
They
not
don't get
getting
them.
them.
They don't get them.
Right? So that right there is showing you that's showing you where we are as far as how we're playing on a defensive end. And everybody knows your defense, it creates the offense for you. Once it creates the offense, it allows you to get into a flow. It allows you to have pace, right? But now, if you don't have any pace, now you got to think about all of the things that you got to do to get back to going to get to pace. So now we got to check everybody attitude. We got to check everybody feeling. We got to check everybody, who like the injuries, who's feeling this. Yes, we at the midway point. This is a wall. We're having a wall. Like normally the rookies hit the wall. Our
Yeah.
team look like we're hitting a team wall right now.
Is it that time of year though? Because I mean,
It
you're a guy
is.
you
This
played
is
in a good
it.
chunk of your season. So
Yes,
like,
this
is
is
this
it.
that time of year? Talk about
This is
that.
the time. This is when it happens. This is normally when it happens. But normally you will have the team will be playing decent, but you'll have, some guys like the younger guys, they'll be hitting that wall. They'll be, trying to figure out, but I feel like as a team, yeah, we got some guys hurt, but collectively as a group, these guys, they're veterans. They're aware. They know what is needed. So sometimes, the chemistry could get thrown off when a guy like Josh Hart is out. You know what I'm saying? When a guy like that goes out, who does a multitude of different things on the basketball court, when you don't have guys that could come in and do those things, like when I say that, meaning like give that type of energy, that type of effort. You gotta have somebody coming off the bench. Like I'm watching Josh. I see what kind of energy he's playing with. I'm gonna mimic that and I'm gonna bring what it is that I bring to the table. You feel what I'm saying? Like these are the things that we have to get into that space where when one guy go down, that's another opportunity for somebody to get a bigger contract than a contract that they have.
Once again, we're talking to Stephon Marbury in the building. Knicks lose to the Suns 106-99. Call us up on the KFTV Discord if you want to talk to Steph. Al, go ahead and jump in.
Steph, so like, so I know you're talking about like intensity and energy for this Knicks team. Like, is there anything else that they could potentially do just to like, what do they need to do? Like, how much soul searching do they need to do to get back on
Energy
track?
and I heard energy and intensity. That's what I heard.
One
So
more
yeah,
time.
my question is like, outside of like energy and intensity, what else in this soul searching that they need to do? What else do they need to do to like get back on track outside of just hustling and just bringing the energy?
I will go back. This is what I would do. I would go back and look at when we were winning. I will go back and look. Me personally, I will watch and I will see what we were doing, how we were winning, what we were doing when we were winning. I will look at our defensive clips, our defensive stops. I will look at first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. I will look at where now and where we're losing at. Because you can see where we're losing the game at, right? When you're watching it. If you're watching it on TV, you really can see. Watching it live, you can see all of the like where we're starting to have where we make our errors at, like when we're not moving the basketball. We have to move the basketball and play where the ball is moving. Once it gets stuck and everybody's standing, it's not good. Right. But when we're moving, passing, cutting, getting backdoor cuts, lobs, Like that's a style, right? Right now we look like, okay, yeah, OG got the basketball. He made like 10 moves and he scored, but that's not, it doesn't feel good. It's like
It's
when he
it's
shoot,
harder. It's way harder.
yeah,
It's hard.
if he missed, it's like, oh, you're gonna kill him. But he made it, it's like, okay, lucky you made it. It's like those we don't want to play like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hard to play like that also with this new system and style and how we shoot 3-point shots. So now you shoot 3-point shots, long range, long balls. Like even for on defense, you go to the basket. If you fall on the floor, Cat, Jalen, any one of them, you playing 4-on-5.
Quick.
Period. It's 4-on-5, and in this game, you got to think about it. It's a shorter distance because now the game is not the big guys. They don't play from block to block. They play from top of the key to top of the key, right? So if Cat come down, he shoot a three at the top of the key. Then he involved in the pick and roll. Once the ball pick and roll, if he sits soft and they come off the pick and roll and he throw it back, if they shoot, Cat probably will end up standing at the free throw line because his man is behind the three.
Three.
One dude is spaced in the corner. One dude spaced on the wing on the opposite side. You got what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now when
Yeah.
they get the rebound, they pass the basketball up. They get up the ball up the court. If they shoot another three, some dudes don't even get back
That's right.
before the
That's
three
right.
is up. So like the game change is not is completely different from different spaces. So that's why I'm saying like you gotta go back to looking at first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. Look at that. Look at what we were doing when we were winning, because you can literally look at it now in this new style of play because it's not like before. Like my playbook was this thick and we ran most of our plays. Now that's not going on no more. It's like literally zoom, it's pinch, it's not, it's all stuff that I love. I like playing basketball more so like that than I will have to use a
Set
playbook.
play.
I would rather have that thick playbook that I know and I remember for end of game, for end of game
Situations.
situations. You know what I'm saying? Like situations like, down by this, doing that. You gotta have all of that stuff memorized inside your brain, right? But for how the style of play now, it's perfect. It's ideal for me for the new modern game with guys being able to handle shoot from anywhere. I love that. That's my style of play. So, but for us, we right now we don't have any balance. Like in our balance, when Jalen goes out, if Jalen, even when he go off the court, we still we have some malfunctions sometimes just because guys, they're not in the proper place or space, or they're not cutting, or they're not doing something that they should be doing, or not sliding or drifting when somebody's driving, like when Jalen is driving, like just turnovers that we were getting, like Jalen was he got a turnover. He's like, it looked like he just threw the ball to the dude when we was playing home maybe 2 games ago back when we was home. And I'm like, damn, but this is just not being in the same rhythm. It's not playing. When you play hard, everybody can see it and you make up for those mistakes. You know what I'm saying? We're not
Mm-hmm.
playing with that intensity. And right now, I believe when I look at our team, our energy is down, which is why I say we having like a team wall opposed of guys individually hitting the wall.
We're gonna get some calls in just a short, but you mentioned Cat from your vantage point right there in the baseline. What's the biggest difference between last year and this year with him right now?
Um, I think it's just a different style, but it's basketball because he still touches the ball. I think it's a lot more moving. So because if it's a lot more moving and it's not pick and roll and just pass it to you and cut and ISO, and then you know when it's a lot of moving, you get tired. You get tired.
Which impacts your defense.
So now you got to play defense and then you moving, so you playing faster. You know what I'm saying? When you play faster, you guys get conditioning. It comes in. Like we're looking at it from just guys playing, but I'm looking at it from like what you have to do in order to be able to play that speed, and he can. He's conditioned. But it's different. It's moving. It's pick. It's running up step pick and roll, popping, slipping screens. Like big guys are able to do that, but I think from an aggressive standpoint, I think it's just he got to play harder.
Mike Brown's. I think Steph might have froze a little bit there, but Mike Brown. This is from you, Al. Says Cat told the coaching staff told Cat that the Suns were converging on him hard when he had the ball and he needed to make quick reads. He said this was from Chris Persianen. Says didn't call Cat out specifically, but
I can't say it again.
So they said, so the reporters asked Mike Brown about Cat, and he talked about the fact that, in the first half, a couple times he turned his back on the Suns. They were able to, strip down on the ball, and he turned it over twice. So Mike Brown said that he told Cat that they were converging on him hard when he had the ball and he needed to make quick reads. The reporter said that Mike Brown didn't call Cat out specifically, but closed with he thought the spacing was good. We just didn't get the ball out to guys in a timely manner. So Mike Brown talking about quick reads.
I mean, hey, it happens. It's basketball. Sometimes he may think that he can go. He's the highest paid player on our team. We trust him with the rock. They got to get on the same page. We got to we got to get on the same page so we can keep doing what it is that we're doing. We're not in a we're in a rut right now. Like we're in a rut trying to get out of it, and we got to figure out how we going to step by step get out of it, opposed to trying to like just winning one game is not gonna help us. That's not. We got to get back to playing
Flow.
One possession at a time good again on offense and one possession at a time on defense. So we build up from possessions, then we go in to quarters, and then after that we could get into games. Because we got to work backwards again. Because we're not playing, we're not, I'm telling you, we look like how we were playing when we lost those 3 games at the beginning of the year, but worse. But we look worse.
Worse.
Yeah, we look worse. We look worse than how we look like confused. Before it was, you can understand that confusion because it was at the beginning of the year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But now we at a spot now we're like, nah, y'all held up a trophy from playing in the in-season tournament. Y'all played in some intense games. Y'all understand each other. We seen you guys. We watched you guys. Watch yourself outside of just watching film. And not just yourself. Watch your energy, how you look. Look how you look. Look, what was you saying right there? What was you saying right there when you was screaming and you was high-fiving? Y'all was playing with all of that energy and y'all was on defense. Like, what was y'all doing then? Go back to that. Think about that. Like, duplicate that. Duplicate that and then come back and then go on the court and then play. Maybe some things change. We don't know. We don't know what's going on in the locker room. We don't know what's going on, guys' bodies. We don't know what's going on with what's happening and how guys feel about this is the trade deadline. You hear your name in trade deadline. Some dudes when they hear their name in trade deadline, they go harder. They start lighting it up so that good, my value it increase and you make it harder. You know what I'm saying? Not only do you make it harder, if you do get traded when you're killing, you go to the next team, you keep that same flow going, and then now you in your contract here. So somebody got to make a decision.